Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If we are to remain honest and try to be just, then we should analyze facts as they are in an objective way. Now, I think we would all agree that killing children is an awful thing to do, besides being a crime, especially in a war. You can call it sometimes, as awful as it sounds, collateral damage, or, killing civilians is by accident, even though that could be called, involuntary manslaughter, which is also a crime. But when you kill thousands of children, then that's not accidental anymore, and that should be called a war crime. Now, this is what occurs so far in Gaza. And it's not Hamas killing those children, but is the Israelis military killing those children. Therefore, by definition, Israel should be guilty of war crimes. I don't hear that in the Western free mass media, and makes me not wonder why, because I know why. It's just I would like to point that out. So I can support a system that avoids calling things as they are just because there are some orders or there are some affinities somewhere. Let me show you here two articles regarding the number of children killed by Israel in Gaza so far in less than a month. Less than a month. Business Insider. These guys asked the question, why Israel's push into Gaza is killing so many children? Because they don't care. I mean, if you care, you don't kill, or at least avoid. And when you kill, as I said, sometimes accidents happen. But when you have thousands, there's no more an accident, my friends. It's a pattern. Or you just don't give a shit. Israel-Hamas violence, remember, these guys are weasels. Israel-Hamas violence has killed more than 3,000 children. So the violence between those guys killed 3,000, not Israel. The violence between them. Now, Business Insider, I think you're accomplices to a crime, to a war crime actually. You're hiding it because you're afraid to call what actually it is. Now, did Hamas kill Israeli children? I think they did. Is that a crime? Yes, it is. Did Israel kill Palestinian children? I think they did. Is it a crime? I think it is. Well, why don't they call it that way? They just say the violence between the two criminals. What should we do as United States of America? Try to stop it. Well, we did not vote to stop it. On the contrary, we were among 14 nations that we voted against a resolution. It was a non-binding resolution, mind you. That means it didn't have any legal authority to do anything. It was just a recognition by the United Nations, which was voted for by 120 countries out of 195. 14 were against, United States among them, with Austria and Croatia and Fiji and country like this. And remember, Germany, France, Great Britain abstained. Right? Russia, China voted against. I mean, for the resolution, actually. So, let's see. Israel-Hamas violence has killed more than 3,000 children. Children accounted for a startling high share of Palestinians killed in Gaza, roughly 41%. So I just covered an article a minute ago, actually two articles, and I'm going to look for them again just so I refresh your memory, where these guys say how many Palestinians were killed in Gaza so far. And according to Associated Press and in the video I just posted a minute ago, it's 8,000. The other one, look for the Hill. This is Associated Press. The other one is the Hill. You're going to find it at the bottom of the article saying 8,000 civilians were killed. Here, these guys are weasels. Again, I think they are also accomplices. So let's go back to this one. So out of 8,000, you got 41%. That's about what? 3,000 children right here killed. Gaza demographically, geographically, and IDF military tactics have contributed to the high death toll. Contributed. No, they blow them up. Why don't you use the words? Why are you afraid, homie? So anyway, the overwhelming majority of children, a reported 3,542 as of October 30th, as compared to more than 30 children reportedly killed on the Israeli side, have been Palestinians living in Gaza. So this is, what? 100 times more. That's 1 and 100. Bad here, bad here. Both sides bad. What should we do? Stop it. But no, we vote against stopping it. Sputnik. More children killed in Gaza in 3 weeks than in wars worldwide since 2019. Charity. I think they also include Ukraine war, or the war in Ukraine. So these guys did in 3 weeks more than everybody else. That means, and here this is a civilian property that was blown up here. I don't think each and every person in this building was a Hamas. I don't think so. And you can't blow up a building if one Hamas is over here and you have 100 civilians. That's a crime, my friends. The escalation, more children have now been killed in Gaza over the past 3 weeks than perished in conflicts across the globe during any year since 2019. Per the charity figures, based on data from Gazan and Israeli health ministries, some 3,195 children were reportedly killed in Gaza since the October 7 escalation, with another 33 perishing in the West Bank and 29 in Israel, for a total of 3,257. That's far more than the number of children killed in any other armed conflict across some 20 nations throughout 2023, and the highest number since 2019, the charity says. Again, I don't think here there was only Hamas. There were Palestinians, civilians as well. So my friends, comparatively, some 2,995 children died in conflicts in 2022, 2,515 in 2021, 2,671 in 2020. In 2019, 4,019 children were confirmed killed, mostly in conflicts and insurgencies raging across in Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Syria, Myanmar, and Philippines, Palestine, Somalia, Mali, Central African Republic, and South Sudan. So, along with the fatalities, some 6,360 children in Gaza have now been maimed over the past 3 weeks, together with 180 in the West Bank and 74 in Israel. Israeli media estimates that up to 30 children have been taken hostage by Hamas fighters and remain in captivity. Children are estimated to make up to 40% of deaths among the 7,700 plus people killed in Gaza to date by where is that? By whom? So, and about 3% of the 1,033 fatalities reported in Israel since So, what do? Stop the crime. And then get the perpetrators, put them in front of a, trial, judge, international, do a, a Nuremberg style, right? Nuremberg? No, they will not do that. Obviously, they will do it for Ukraine, but not for Israel here. My friends, I don't care who does it. I don't care if it's my father, your father, his father, their fathers. If you're guilty, you should be charged, and if proven guilty, convicted, and you should be thrown in jail, or maybe, I don't know, whatever the law dictates. But my point is, the free mass media in the West hides, doesn't point the finger and say, hey, you are a criminal, you are a criminal. No. They died in the conflict between those guys. Okay, euphemisms, why? But on the other hand, look how they look. They report the ugly war in Ukraine. They call them by name. Putin. Here, the conflict. I totally disagree with that characterization and way of being an accomplice into the crime. I think you are by hiding it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.